Hello and welcome to another week of This Week in Construction with me, Steve Kerslake. Construction Sports. This week, what has been going on in the big news? We've got a good few things going on our end, what I'm going to update you with very shortly. But first. Blenheim House are next on the conveyor belt of destruction. Blenheim House Construction applies for administration. Another company in the construction sector going under. What is not good news. It reported its first loss this year, 26 years since it started trading, and now gone. Something is incredibly wrong with this construction world, and that is just one of many stories that we're seeing of companies going bust in the year 2024. 3-year HS2 station box excavation completed. Workers on HS2's new super hub station at Old Oak Common in West London have completed the excavation of the huge underground box structure where high-speed trains will stop. I was there 2-3 years ago when they started that. When the first diggers hit the ground, I was next door in the Crossroute office as the liaison manager between Old Oak Commons, Crossroute and HS2. It was quite cool. But yeah, wow. Big stuff happening there. And that is actually now obviously where HS2 technically ends, isn't it? I think because it was supposed to go to Euston and they've pulled the plug on that bit as we speak. But they have, on that job, the vast underground box has 1.12 mile fibre reinforced concrete diaphragm wall around it with 1.3 million tonnes of London clay that's been removed from inside. Enough to fill 300 Olympic-sized swimming pools. That's a lot of muddy swimming pools. And talking of HS2, another article for them. Extra HS2 payment sees SCS, that is Skanska Costain Strabag, contract jumped to £4.24 billion. Skanska Costain Strabag joint venture has secured an extra £150 million funding for its first phase southern tunnelling section on the high-speed route. There we go, more money. HS2 is going up. But that is the way of the world. These big projects are priced at one thing and it always seems to just go up and up and up and up. But that is the way of it with the world we're living in, the world of uncertainty. UK tradespeople U-turn for Reform Party on the tools. So I saw this. We've just had, obviously, the new government come in. Labour have taken over. But there was a little bit of signs of success for Reform with Nigel Farage getting in the front seat for his party and getting his position as an MP. But on the tools, a poll of tradespeople revealed strong dissatisfaction with Rishi Sunak, with 87% unhappy. Reform UK, led by Farage, gained significant support, outpacing Labour and Conservatives. I saw it when they'd done this, so I think they'd done one a little while back, and then they've done it again, and you can see Reform really actually turn it on, really. So let's see if that stays. I don't know much about politics, but it always seems to be other parties come and go, don't they? Like this one now, the Liberal Democrats weren't really up there, all that jazz, don't really know much about it. Green Party had disappeared on this one, but somewhere on it. But yeah, Reform were up there, so who knows? Could we be seeing a Nigel Farage Prime Minister one day? Who knows? Over at Our World, in terms of construction sport, I put a post out yesterday on Our World of LinkedIn, just addressing a few things that have come to light this week. I've had 2 phone calls this week of people within the sector, different positions, both telling us about the shocking statistics again, and the fact that we know of, directly linked to people that we know, 5 people that have taken their own life in the construction world, what is truly, truly tragic. We're seeing it all the time. We will keep on talking about it because we need to make sure change happens. We're not going to pop up for one day a year or 1 week a year, put a poster up and pretend that's all we do. We don't. We're day in, day out pushing the button to say it must stop. Construction workers are not dealing with the pressure of this world and the pressure of this industry in any way. One comment come from yesterday, what I really enjoyed listening to, speaking to a good friend of mine, and he even said it, they're looking at a new job, and the first thing they've been told about their new job is that the program is aggressive. That is it. So that before the job even starts, people are being told the program is aggressive. Pretty much meaning we've got to start this job and crack on and get it done as quick as we can. Now, when you're moving big, heavy plant, massive cranes, lifting stuff above the London skyline, the last thing you need to be doing is being rushed. So why? You know why? Because of greed from the very top, shareholders, money makers. All they want to see is more money. They don't care how many bodies go in the ground, how many bodies thrown off of bridges, how many people take their lives or are crushed by machines. All they want to do is see figures. I had a very interesting meeting this morning, actually, with someone, and even they said at the end of the day, until we can actually show them that the bottom line really will be affected in a positive way if we improve mental health, then they'll change. But look at it now. How many principal contractors are there in this country alone? Not one of them has employed a professional kind of psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever you want to deem it as a professional person to deal with mental health. Not one of them. They're all just relying on each other to put little community teams in place and put little leading wellbeing teams and do something. And it is not working. It won't change, I personally don't think, until law changes. And when law changes, people realise if they don't change, they'll get their hands slapped. Then things really do start to change. So we're out tomorrow. We're going on a trek. London again to Richmond and back. I'm currently wearing a blister plaster, what needs to be massively helping me because I got a blister last week and it's not gone, and I've got to do a marathon tomorrow, but we will get through it. We will improvise, adapt and overcome. That's going to be good. I think there's about 15 of us going out tomorrow. It is due to be a hot day, factor 50, water on board, sun hats, sunshades, get it all going. We're going for a good day out in the city. We also took on Vinci Facilities this week. We had a strong team of 18, 19 players, and we took on Vinci Facilities team of 19, 20 players, and it all resulted in a Desmond 2-2. It was 2-2 between us. It was a score draw. Great game, played very, very well. We had one casualty with a slightly broken wrist, but that was kind of nature of the beast. It was a good day, a real good crack. Loads of positive feedback, and we are branching out now. We're speaking to another group of major contractors across the industry to tell them that Construction Sport FC is ready to take them all on. We realised how beneficial that was for us, and it was a great fundraising earner played by Vinci Facilities to support us and also the Brain Tumour charity, and we're incredibly thankful for it. So it's going good. Loads to come. Rugby news is going to be coming out ASAP. I'm just waiting on an email to come back to me to confirm it. Football stuff is just going on as ever. Cycling is being spoken about at the moment. Treks are going on. All is good in the world of construction sport. We went out this afternoon and picked up a few new things for the studio that I keep on tempting and dangling the carrot to the viewers. But this time things have changed now. Cameras are in action and things are going to change. Our photography department, our video content department, and now getting out there and reporting the truth of this construction industry to you, the outside world of construction and the internal world of construction. We will start hitting more people and getting more truths out there. And it is going to come, if it isn't acted on, we do realise we will just start calling out names, whether that's personal names or that is businesses. We don't really care. The end of the day is people are killing themselves and nobody is changing anything at the top. So if people at the top aren't willing to change anything or put anything in place, we will start saying names and we will start saying companies and people we think are responsible, because at the end of the day they are. People have ways and means in place to change legislation and it's not being done. How many times does a CEO have to tell their people, I'll just put a wellbeing team in place? It's not enough. You need to put some funding in place and get the right people. That necessarily ain't us. All we're saying is you need to get professional people and professional help to help this industry. We need legislation change. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourselves. Take care. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on This Week in Construction.